Hi there. Thank you so much for inviting me tonight and giving me the opportunity to provide this video. Nancy Wallace, running for Governor of Maryland on the Green Party ticket. And the Green Party and myself are the only national party running in this race that doesn't accept any funding from any corporation or PAC. And as you might have noticed, I'm the only woman running in this race. So I was asked to give a little bit of perspective on running as a woman and why I chose to and what this might bring to the race. So did a little bit of background to give the context for me is I was born in 1956, and at that point women were not allowed to be firefighters, were not allowed to be judges, were not allowed to go to most medical schools. And I think my mother was a frustrated leader because she had studied economics and applied to Harvard Business School, and her application, she said, was returned to her in the mail with a statement, "We do not accept applications from women." And I remember growing up, there was a personal, emotional moment where I had always wanted to follow the footsteps of my two older brothers in school because they were school crossing guards. And I loved that shiny badge and the bright orange safety vest. And when I got to that grade, I was told I could not be a crossing guard because I was a girl. Fortunately, my mother also had me in a lot of sports, so I learned a lot of strength, and I think that's an important part of giving women a sense of strength and deep confidence and empowerment. And if you look back through American history, introducing the sports for women was actually one of the first rationales was to help women strengthen their sense of self-confidence. So I was a competitive athlete in swimming and gymnastics and ice skating and horseback riding and diving and track and field over the years. And I certainly learned how to compete, and I learned to really push myself. As I came into college, I was one of the first classes that went to Yale University, integrating the college as a class of women. There were about 20% women when I was there. And we had to fight for women's health care. We had to fight to get rid of some of the teachers that were sexually harassing women. And I was a co-founder of the Women's Caucus there and wrote the guide for incoming fresh women. And that was a wonderful experience. The intensity of the study and being exposed to all of the scope of human history in a sense, except I now realize that learning only went back as far as the civilization, which has essentially been patriarchal, where men have been in leadership going back about 3,000 years. Before that, it turns out women were in charge for the matriarchies in earlier phases. So I've found that in many areas of life, women bring a unique perspective. I think we all know that. We don't always find it comfortable or easy to articulate. But we do have, generally speaking, and this generalizations can never be applied necessarily to individual people, but generally we have a nurturing view and a tolerant view, and I would say there's an open-mindedness. I certainly find this in my political work, that when I go up to a group, it's often the women who are most interested in another political party, an independent political party. And I want to bring that nurturing leadership approach to Maryland as governor of Maryland. It's about time, after 250 years, that we have a woman leader in Maryland. I am confident now, finally in my life, saying I love everybody. I want the very, very best for everybody. I will hug everybody, every voter, every child at any time. And truly, the delight and privilege of running for office is that you can let that river of love come out from yourself into the public sphere with so many ideas and ways to help. And it is a deeply, deeply rewarding experience for me personally. And I recommend everybody in this room run for office. It's a journey of self-exploration inside, and it's a journey into our culture. You have to learn about many, many issues and subcultures and see how truly diverse and wonderful Maryland is, and how with a bold new leadership, we can make our future a wonderful, just, sustainable, peaceful Maryland. Thank you very much for the opportunity to talk to you tonight, and I wish you the very best over the coming year, and I look forward with working with your organization in the future. Take care. Good night, all.